Hey everyone, it's John again. I'm gonna play some Immaculate Grid. Had a rough day yesterday. First day trying out the timed version. I figure I can do that fast enough and then also chase the rarity score. I've been getting the videos down to usually around 10 minutes, and so I figure if I can knock it out in 30 seconds or a minute as far as um just doing a timed version first, and then I'll chase the rarity score. Um, so I do like that. I don't like the category draft picks or first round draft picks. I've got to go learn those, I guess. Um, because yeah, yesterday I struggled a bit. I also had the wrong team for Rick's round, so it wasn't all the draft picks, but I failed on both the time version and the rarity score version. So in any event, I'm going to start sharing here. I guess I need to share my entire screen because that means yeah, so we have my failure, and then you also have this stopwatch up here. So I'm going to hit refresh and play at the same time. It's a low value production. You get what you paid for, right? All right, there we go, and there we go. All right, all teams. Let's do this. First one here, I'm going to go with Alex Sanchez. Yep, that one. Point two, great. Delman Young definitely works over here. Jim Bunning for Phillies and Tigers. I know, let's see, Kurt Schilling, Richie Sexton, gotta believe it. Let's see. Ooh, Eduardo Escobar played for both teams, right? There we go. He's very popular. Let's see over here. I'm gonna go Kevin Seitzer. Um, and let's see here. Royals and Twins, Royals and Phillies. It's an interesting one. Jim Eisenreich, I think, played for both teams, but he's pretty popular there, 5%. All right. Need somebody who's played for both these teams. I'm gonna go Gary Gaetti. There you go, minute 15. Ready to score of 107 on this one. Let's see here. I guess we had who was super I guess Schilling was super popular. He took over 52%. Gaetti takes 10%. That'll be a I'm gonna think about that when I play my new version here. Also this one. I came up with Eisenreich, and now I need to come up with someone else. I'm not gonna use the same guy twice, even if it's a good one, like Alex Sanchez, pretty good one. Actually, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to top Alex Sanchez. Um, but anyway, we can bring over this one, and this is just a incognito mode because it's different here. And then let's be a little bit more judicious here. So let's see, Brewers and Diamondbacks. I know Joel Adamson. That's a good one. He also works for 300 career average because he went 3 for 7 with the 1998 Diamondbacks. Played 3 years. He also works for the Marlins. 3 teams in 3 years. Selecting him. One thing I remember Joel Adamson from was I remember the Brewers were playing an interleague game against the Astros, which at that time meant the Brewers were in the American League and the Astros were in the National League, and the DH obviously in full effect. This is 1997, and I saw like Adamson, and I'm like, why is his helmet? They had their numbers on the back of the helmet, so why is his helmet different? And it didn't occur to me that like an American League pitcher didn't even bother having their own batting helmet because they weren't supposed to bat until that year. So anyway, fun little story. Let's see, for Phillies and Diamondbacks, how about we go with the guy that Schilling was traded for, Vicente Padilla. So that takes 1%, which is a little bit better than 52%. Let's see, Twins and Tigers means Senators and Tigers, which means Heine Minish will work, as will Al Simmons. Minish 6.3. Simmons is probably a bit lower just because these were not his main teams. White Sox and A's were his main teams, so you could go with my boy again, I guess. I'm gonna struggle to come up with someone Yeah, I'm gonna have to think this one. This is gonna require a lot of thinking, I think. I think. Let's see. I know Ogilvy works. Um, oh, how about lefty submariner Mike Myers? He goes point 0.1, pretty good. That was the first year 97 season, he played with the Tigers, I believe led the American League in appearances, and it was something like 85 appearances, 55 innings. This man was a classic loogie. Of course, nowadays, if you do that, like you're probably gonna have an ER in the eights because you have to face at least three batters as a reliever or finish the inning. Um, and then the next season he played for the Brewers, and for the longest time that season he had an ERA of like nothing. Because he was just coming in to face lefties, but eventually I caught up with him. But it was really fun. I mean, I've never seen a pitcher go submarine left-handed other than Mike Myers. So pretty cool pitcher. Let's see, I know Schoolboy Rowe. He's gonna work over here. He goes point 0.2. So really, Padilla is my biggest drag so far. Let's see with the Royals. So Seitzer, Bob Hamlin I've used before, but not today, so I can use him again. Um, Lorenzo Cain is probably the most popular. In fact, that's probably what the grid I just did showed when I pulled it up. I think Lorenzo Cain's going to be the most. Oh, actually, you know what? Greinke. Well, I guess Greinke works for both of these. I think Greinke was on there. I think I saw him. Anyway, I'm going to go Bob Hamlin. Um, Gotta figure there's some folks from. Oh, Daryl Porter will work. Jim Sundberg works. Hamlin, I think, works better than them. 1994 Rookie of the Year. Fun fact: beat out Manny Ramirez for that Rookie of the Year. Let's see. So now I think with all three of these, I'm gonna actually struggle a little bit. So, um, yeah, Twins and Royals. Let's see. Jose Guillen would work for both of these, but doesn't work for the Twins. And Phillies and Royals, they share the 1980 World Series. They share Bob Boone. I think he'll be somewhat popular though. Gold Glove winner. He was on the 80 Phillies World Championship team, and he's on the Royals in the latter part of the decade. I don't think Randy Wolf. He never plays for the Royals, does he? Kevin Millwood. I don't think he plays for the Royals at any point. I think it's better to think of people who start like, especially if you're thinking of 90s and 2000s players. It's better to start with a player who was with the Royals and then went somewhere else. But if you look at the people who, were good enough to make themselves something of themselves somewhere else, you got like Mike Sweeney. He ends up with the Mariners eventually. Carlos Beltran, obviously. Kevin Appier appears with a bunch of teams, but not the Phillies. Oh, Matt Stairs will work. Um, who's more popular, Bob Boone or Matt Stairs? I'm gonna go Boone, but I think this will be like a 5%er at least. 5%, yeah. Good guess. Yeah, these two are weirdly tough. Um, did yeah, no Gaetti. I came up with Gaetti. I'm trying. Greg Gagne works for the Dodgers. I'm trying to think if I can picture him. He was on both the Twins World Series championship teams, And I'm trying to picture if I can. It kind of seems like he played for the Royals, but now I'm kind of second guessing that. It's like, did he just wear blue with the Dodgers? Is that what I'm thinking of? Totally possible that's exactly what I'm thinking of. I just thought of a twin Diamondback though, pretty good one here. Willie Banks, who I've used incorrectly and correctly on this show or whatever we call it. So that's how rare this one is. Willie Banks is not he barely played for the Diamondback. He takes 1.0%, which is I guess most Diamondbacks, there's not going to be a ton of them. And let's see, that takes us down to Royals and Twins. I guess Gaetti before I didn't guess. I knew Gaetti before and I used him. And that was, I think 5 or 10%. Um, and thing is, both of these teams, this is where this gets tricky, is both teams are small market franchises that generally don't sign big long-term deals. Um, and that's going to make this one trickier. And of course, like you go back even further, you go to like the 80s and you have collusion, um, which prevent players didn't make their way around the league while teams were essentially bringing them back. Um, under the guy, essentially under extended, they extended the reserve clause by just colluding with one another. The owners did, so that that makes that tricky. So Gagne is a guess, but it's not a guess I have a lot of confidence in. I know I love going with Otis Nixon, but I don't believe he ever played for the Royals. I don't think Matt Stairs ever played for the Twins. I don't think that's a team he played for. I don't think Octavio Dotel played for the Twins. Um, Not sure Edwin Jackson played for either of these teams, surprisingly enough. Um, this is not a Lofton team. This is not a Reigns team. It's not a Henderson team. So none of those speedsters work either. Vince Coleman did play for the Royals, but didn't play for the Twins, so that one's out. Might have to spend some time. I guess Gagne, because I kind of think he played for the Royals, but again, I might just be picturing a man wearing blue. Um, Work my way around some lineups from those days. Even there, like I mean, first baseman Mike Sweeney, second baseman Jose Offerman, maybe Joe Randa over at third, Jeff King. Um, Jay Bell played here at shortstop, never played for the Twins, I don't think. Um, Damon never a twin. Beltran was never a twin. Jermaine Dye was never a twin. So if we go on to the Twins, I'm kind of thinking there's a lot of people I could picture playing with the Royals, maybe like a Todd Walker. I could see Todd Walker playing for that kind of player playing for the Royals. Ron Coomer seems like a Royal. Um, Jack Jones, Matt Lawton, Marty Cordova. I don't think any of these people played for the Royals. This is really, really tough. I'm gonna guess Greg Gagne. Let's see if was I just picturing him in Dodger blue? I was not. He did actually play for the Royals. Michael Taylor is the most popular. So Greinke is the most popular. Kane's the most popular here. Um, Prince Fielder takes over 50% for Brewers and Tigers. Yep. I wouldn't say any surprise. I guess, yeah, Carlos Santana. That's how this one is not very popular. 50%. Because Carlos Santana's leading the way at 12%. So, all right. So I do get a good rarity score of 13. It was a struggle to get there, though. Really was hung up on him. Let's see if we got some better examples for the Royals and Phillies and the Royals and that's right. Royals and Twins. Harmon Killebrew would have worked. I should have also gotten Knobloch. Knobloch plays last year with the Royals. Um, Greg Gagne was actually on this list here. Jose Offerman would have worked. Jim Nettles. Any relation to Craig? Greg? Gaudier and Gagne both work. Chili Davis works. I think I knew that. I knew that. All right. That's some good ones for that if it ever shows up in the future. Man, you have to go for some guys here. Like as Conine works, Paul Bird, that's a name. Bruce Chen, that's definitely a name. Paul Bacco, kind of remember him. Ah, Mike Sweeney does work. Cool. That was right on Matt Stairs. Lonnie Smith gets in there. And you play for the Royals. Benito Santiago works. Cool. All right. Oh, Jason Nix works. I included both the superfluous Y brothers in my book, in my Best of the Rest chapter. Both him and Lance Nix had just extra Y's in their name. I just thought that was cool. And they were pretty much similar players. So all right. Well, that'll do it for tonight's episode here. Once again, check out my book, Baseball's Most Fun Frivolities. It is on Amazon. The link is in the description. And you get all sorts of banter, like about how Lance and Jason Nix were both, pretty much the same player with extra Y's in their name. And I just thought that was funny. Anyway, have a great rest of your day. Peace.